Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Donkey Schlong 19 from Team Duel Academy, the channel you are watching. And I'm coming at you with a deck profile of what I like to call a Chaos Merchant deck, or a Merchant OTK. It's basically an OTK deck that uses Magical Merchant to mill the whole deck into the grave. So this is, the deck's not done at all. This is just basically the idea. There'll be plenty of cards that I'm switching out, so I will post another deck profile when it's finished later. But this is the idea, so I'll get started with it. 3 Magical Merchant, obviously. It's a full effect monster. It sends all cards, mills all cards to the grave, and then when you mill a spell or a trap, you add that to your hand, and then the milling stops, and that's the full effect. But so yeah, if without this card, the whole deck would just it wouldn't work. So that's the main card of the deck, and it's an insect monster. So these 3 will work, or these 2, these 3. 3 Gakapon. When it's destroyed by battle, I basically search for an insect, and then 2 Danapon basically does the same thing, and then a Sangan to search for Merchant also. So those 6 cards are to search Magical Merchant, and then so basically the idea of the deck is to get Magical Merchant as fast as you can, because if you don't have Magical Merchant, the whole deck is kind of screwed. So, but anyway, then 3 Judgment Dragon. Most of you guys know what this does, but in case you don't, basically special summon it and pay 1,000 life points, and then it can destroy all the cards on the field but Judgment Dragon. But you need 4 Light Sworn monsters in the grave to activate it, so we're obviously going to need Light Sworns, and I think we have 10 of each kind. Nope, 11 different Light Sworn monsters. It's probably too much, so that's probably one of the things that I'll take out of the deck, is maybe a couple Light Sworns, put in something that the deck needs. So yeah, that's just the engine for Judgment Dragon that you're going to need. And then Chaos Sorcerer and Black Luster Soldier. Really unfortunate that Chaos Sorcerer went to 1, because this deck would just destroy everything if it wasn't. And then 2 Cephalon. Basically I use these for well, first I'll use Judgment Dragon, destroy the whole field, and then I'll special summon one of these. Odds are I'll have one in my hand, or I'll get it back to my hand later, and then kind of OTK with Judgment Dragon and one of these, and then I can just normal summon another monster from my hand to finish off the 8,000. And next is Necrogardna. I want 3 of these, but I only have 1 right now. Since Magical Merchant mills basically half the cards in the deck into the grave, what better cards to put in there than something like Necrogardna? It basically, when it's in the grave, you banish it to negate an attack. So, in case you don't get the OTK off or something like that, you have something to fall back on for some defense. Same thing with AD Changer. I'm going to switch AD Changer out for Necrogardna later. My personal opinion, I think AD Changer is actually better, but it's a problem of having too much light monsters and not enough darks, because I want there to be a balance for Chaos Sorcerer and Black Luster Soldier. So those 3 kind of for defense, and then also for defense, 2 Swift Scarecrows. Really helps when I need to stall or the OTK doesn't come through, and I need to draw, like a wait to draw another Judgment Dragon or something to finish off my opponent. And then same thing for Battle Faders. So there's just those kind of like 10 or 8 cards or so, 7 cards, is kind of for falling back on for defense and all that. And then 2 Snipe Hunters. This card, it's basically the problem solver of the deck. It's the only thing that I use it for. If there's a card on the field that won't let me get my OTK off, or it's kind of ruining the whole deck, like Thunder King or Isle just shuts this deck down because I can't summon Judgment Dragon or kind of anything else. So and also I can't add the spell to my hand from if I mill Magical Merchant. So, but the effect of Magical Merchant will go off and I'll mill all the cards, I think. But anyway, so Snipe Hunter, his effect is I discard a card, and there's plenty of cards that I would want to discard because a lot of the cards I need in the grave, like the White Swarms and the Necroguard and AD Changers. So I'll discard a card, and then I roll a die, and if it's not a 1 or a 6, then I get to destroy 1 card on the field. So this will help me get rid of that problem card, and heck, if I just want to go ahead and destroy the whole field this way, and then special summon out a JD or whatever, I can do that. You might wonder why I use this, because it wouldn't work too well, but actually works phenomenal. So it's a really good card for the deck. And then the last 3 cards, obviously there hasn't been any spell or trap cards yet, but 3 Monster Reincarnation. So I mill the whole, like half the deck into the grave from Magical Merchant, and get this to my hand from Merchant's effect, and then use it to get out a Judgment Dragon and OTK with it, because I'll usually have like a Cephalon or a Blackluster Soldier in my hand, or another Monster Reincarnation in my hand, and so that's usually how it goes. Flip effect, mill the whole deck with Magical Merchant's effect, get out one of these, get a Judgment Dragon back to my hand, summon Judgment Dragon, pay 1,000, destroy the whole field, and then special summon the other big beaters, and normal summon a monster from my hand to get rid of, or to finish off my opponent. I actually I took this to the card shop the other day, and I played with it a little bit. What happened was I OTK'd my opponent the first duel, and then they figured out what I was doing the next 2 duels, so they were a lot closer. But it will definitely catch your opponent off guard. It will shock your opponent and kind of anybody this round, because I've never seen anyone with kind of the concept of this deck. But it's really, really fun to play. I don't know if it could be a whole lot of competitive. If you took a lot of time, I think it could be, but this deck definitely needs some work, like I already said before, but it definitely has a lot of potential. So you guys tell me what you think about the deck. Do you have any suggestions? Just leave them in the comment section, and even if you don't have any sections, just give me a comment about it anyway. Tell me what you think. And thanks for watching, guys. See you later.